Royal secret revealed. Princess Leonor says yes to Prince Christian of Denmark. Ring red heart. The palace looked calm, predictable, almost rehearsed. But then everything shifted. Because a secret no one believed would ever surface finally broke. Princess Leonor said yes. And she said yes to Prince Christian of Denmark. A moment that didn't just surprise Europe, it stunned the entire royal world. For years, their connection was whispered about but never confirmed. Two young heirs, raised oceans apart in duty yet drawn together by something deeper than tradition. And while the public thought they were simply friends, or diplomatic partners at best, behind the scenes another story was taking shape. A story that neither crown wanted fully exposed. Until now. The truth begins months earlier, during a private gathering between the Danish and Spanish royal families. Leonor arrived with the poise of a future queen, but insiders say her guard dropped the moment she saw Christian. Not in an obvious way. Not in a dramatic way. But in the quiet way two people who understand each other instantly do. A shared glance. A shared breath. A silent recognition that something had changed. From that day, the meetings continued, always under the radar. Small royal events. Family dinners. Moments carefully orchestrated to appear formal, yet everyone close to them noticed the subtle signs. Christian lingering a moment longer. Leonor softening when he spoke. The kind of unspoken connection that can't be scripted, only felt. And as Europe speculated about alliances and political implications, the two weren't thinking about kingdoms. They were thinking about each other. But love in royalty is never simple. Both families knew what a union like this would mean. Two thrones, two nations, two futures merging. Tension rose behind closed palace doors. Advisors questioned timing. Protocol experts warned of pressure. And Leonor, still young yet already burdened by the expectations of a queen, had to face the hardest truth of all. Choosing love might mean choosing a life even more examined, more public, more unforgiving. Still, Christian didn't pull away. If anything, he stepped closer. Friends describe him as steady, patient, a calm presence beside the overwhelming demands of Leonor's world. Late-night phone calls turned into hours-long conversations. Shared struggles turned into shared dreams. And in those quiet exchanges, a foundation formed, one built not on titles but trust. So how did the proposal happen? Not at a grand ball. Not in front of cameras. But in a private garden in Denmark, where Christian walked with her under the dim light of lanterns. He didn't give a speech prepared by advisors. He didn't recite rehearsed promises. He simply told her that he wanted a future where they could face the world together, not as heirs trapped by protocol, but as two people choosing each other, every day. Leonor hesitated, not because she doubted him, but because she understood the weight of the yes she had been carrying in her heart. A yes that would change her destiny. A yes that would reshape two royal histories. A yes that would place her and Christian at the center of global attention, speculation, and expectation. But she also understood something greater. Love this real doesn't come often. And when it does, it demands courage. So she said yes. Not softly, not shyly, but with a steady voice that held both fear and certainty. Because in that moment, she was no longer just Princess Leonor of Spain. She was a young woman choosing the person who made her stronger, braver, and more herself. Now, both royal families must prepare for the storm of reactions. Political analysts will question the implications. Royal watchers will dissect every detail. Some will celebrate, others will doubt. But one thing is undeniable. This engagement marks a new era. A merging of legacies. A bond that stands not only on history, but on heart. And as Europe watches them step into this future, one question rises above all the noise. If saying yes required this much courage, imagine what the journey ahead will demand. Subscribe for more royal drama, love stories, and exclusive updates. Comment below. Do you think this mystery person is Leonor's new partner?